Okay, so today I'm going to be doing analysis of s2j versus Shroomed at Shine. So I'm going to be doing analysis of Falcon versus Marth and Sheik. So yeah, I'm just going to get started. The reason I'm doing this specifically is one, because Shroomed bodied Wizrobe and I'm interested to see what s2j did that got around Shroom's Marth, because Shroom's Marth does look pretty freaking good. And also, I'm wondering. I'm not very good at the Marth matchup myself anyway, so it'd be good to just like see if I can improve. I think I'm gonna use a notepad to see if I can take any notes. Just gonna be like general ones. I'm not gonna like focus too much on it, but Falcon, Marth. s2j had a really good read just then that Shroomed. He read that Shroomed was going to dash back, and he overshot a grab in order to get him. I've actually been messing around with it a lot recently, and overshot grab is surprisingly like it's actually surprisingly difficult to punish. Because if they stuff you while you're running in, then you can ASDI down or like crouch cancel or whatever. While if they dash dance forward, then it's actually surprisingly difficult to punish this grab on the overshot grab. And also, if they dash forward, that means they're now going to run into your walling aerial or whatever. So it's just Wizrobe uses it quite a lot as well. It's just good to mix up occasionally. Oh yeah, I'm just gonna note that down quickly. Overshot grab, occasional mix up. Falcon faster than Marth, so able to catch his dash back. I can just scare him away from dashing back, which is like often seen as like Marth's default option. But anyway, so here. Okay, I think I skipped past it. So Shroomed does a nair. s2j reacts, but realized that he couldn't true punish this, but one, because Marth has a lot of range, and two, because nair has very little landing lag. In fact, this nair auto cancels. So Shroomed goes for an immediate dash back, which will avoid s2j's nair. Yeah. Shroomed. s2j realizes. So Shroomed dashes back to avoid this, but then he commits to shield for some reason. Yeah. So it would have been really difficult for Shroomed to actually whiff punish that. But essentially, by using his frame advantage, he essentially forced Shroomed into dashing back. And now that Shroomed is dashing back out of his aerials, s2j could like close space or just like again do that overshot grab, because obviously Falcon is faster than Marth, so he can overshoot a grab into his dash dance. Yeah, that was a weak hit of the up air, so you can double stick the eye off like forever. I'm pretty sure you just want to like hack stash at a specific time against that. So he's already burnt his side B. So if he hack stash like right now, uh, just like a bit sooner than if he just let go a bit sooner than he did, or he could have just delayed his ledge grab to be honest. But then if he just delayed his ledge grab, then Shroomed could have upbeat him. So I'm thinking same ledge grab timing, but now immediately hack stash because he's seen the fact that Shroomed has side beat, and that would force Shroomed to up B on stage, at which point he could just ledge hop stomp him and then knee or convert for a combo. Instead he just gives it up. I'm pretty sure you can still double stick the eye off even if he F smashes you, and you like if you immediately fast forward, you'll be able to just get like a set stage even if it's a tipper. That just looked like a fuck up of movement. So I think that stomp on the platform tech chase was fine just then, because Shroomed was at like 7% or so and DI'd in, and the way he did the stomp, it covered 3 out of 4 of the tag options, and Shroomed just chose the one option that was weird. At higher percent, you'd wanna. At higher percent, you'd like 30 to 50. You'd want to do the even just beyond that, but like you can short hop underneath. If they tag in place, you up air, and if they tag roll, then you double jump stomp on reaction. That was a good stomp. Again, it covered 3 out of 4 options, and he just got it good this time. That was really good DI by s2j to get out of this combo. So use 2 high percent to double stick DI off of the platform. So he gets up aired and DIs to top platform. At which point, if he then tech rolls, then if Marth up airs again, then he could just DI hard left to the side or whatever, and then Marth wouldn't be able to really follow up, I think. And then if instead he goes for a back air or a fair, or even a back air or a fair, then he could just ASDI down and slide off like this. I think maybe you'd want to tech in place on the top platform so that you could, so that he wouldn't have time to like waveland grab you though. Not sure. That was a pretty good wave dash back just by itself from s2j. Because like he dashed forward, threatening the fact that he could like run in with a grab or just do like any option moving forward. So he is after this, but like so he runs in, he shields. So if Shroomed thought that he was going to like throw out an aerial wall right here with like short hop nair, which is pretty common, then Shroomed might want to stuff it with like a nair, which he does. So instead, s2j then wave dashes back, which gives him the space to be able to punish. But he goes for the softer nair frame advantage usage than true punish. Dash forward, shield stop, provokes a walling option due to shield stop aerial option. So s2j baits this out and does a dash forward, shield stop, wave dash back, which gives him the space and plenty of time to be able to punish. He keeps going for this double jump aerial. At that point, I think it was pretty obvious that Shroomed was going to attack Berlin, just because s2j had been doing the coverage every time. So this is the time that I'm thinking, short hop underneath Shroomed right here, and then if Shroomed attack rolls in, then you could just double jump stomp it on reaction. But yeah. There it is again. I think that was the same bait. Just like dash forward, shield stop, provokes a short hop nair in by Shroomed, because Shroomed predicts a shield stop aerial wall. Not even just a wall, but just like a shield stop aerial. Or maybe not even shield stop, maybe Shroomed just saw the dash forward and thought, oh, s2j is dashing forward, I'm going to throw out a short hop nair. But then s2j instead does a wave dash back and almost true punishes this time. Well, he does actually, damn. I think that stomp was timed so that he could cover tech roll away. I mean, not tech roll, but just roll away as well as dash back. So like, Shroomed committed to shield, not even dash back, just like wave dash back. So s2j used this nair to get behind Shroomed's shield, and then read that Shroomed was going to roll into the stage. So then did a short hop stomp to cover that, but it also covers a wave dash into center stage, which Shroomed does. I'm going to check frame by frame to see whether Shroomed could have shielded in time, but if he couldn't, then that was like pretty good. So the wave dash wasn't perfect either way, but it's not always going to be. Yeah, it looks like Shroomed could have shielded, but he didn't get the reaction in time or whatever. Cool. So, when you get them in shield, dash, short hop, stomp, can cover, roll, and wave dash at a shield. Timings. Um, yeah. I was thinking, I often see, I often see Wizrobe and s2j go for like dash, short hop, and knee reads on the roll away, but I don't think that would cover as well as Stomp for the wave dash timing. But then if they roll into shield, then obviously, or just wave dash into shield, then obviously knee is going to be safer. Yeah, so s2j is just going for the down throw near tech chase. Down a low percent, so like 0 to 20. s2j goes for down throw near tech chase. It catches Marth going for trying to jump out, and also catches Marth trying to, if he tags, then you still have time to tag chase, which s2j did. But Marth can technically like wiggle out during the hit stun and land and shield the second hit of Nair, which would suck. That was really good. That was really good awareness by s2j. Shroomed had been doing those awkward tackaways to get away from the standard like upper coverage the Falcons would do, but s2j just like does really good option coverage stomps for his platform tag chases. Like right here, I think, yeah, this stomp only covered the tag roll away, but it was pretty obvious that he was going to do it based on the previous interactions. That was jank. It could have just double stick DI'd to that S smash. Really, there's not much Marth can do in that situation, because if he had gone for up tilt, then he would have, s2j would have just double stick DI'd off. Could have like done a wave dash past, then up tilted him in the other direction. Yeah, you can't go for that double jump near because they could just ASDI down the first hit and then ASDI down the first hit and then just shield the second and then grab you like Shroomed just did. He caught Shroomed, so in s2j's side B, he knew that. So Shroomed jumped, which meant that s2j could just commit to ASDI down, and then he could just ASDI down. He could have tagged in place. I'm not sure whether he did. I think it was just ASDI down. Yeah, he just ASDI down Shroomed aerial. Because Raptor Boost is pretty decent against an aerial Marth, because the only option Marth has that really gets around it when in the air is down air. Which in NTSC isn't even that bad anyway. But I guess that's one advantage of PAL Marth. That was a good pivot there. I'm wondering how it hit Shroomed though, because Marth ducks quite a bit. He's meant to duck under the first hit of Nair. So he catches Shroomed wave dashing forward and gets the first hit of Nair on the wave dash timing. So Marth ducks in his wave dash and dash, but gets up at the end of his wave dash and when turning in his dash dance. S2j pivot nairs to catch Shroomed standing up at the end of his wave dash. I'm not sure whether he did did it on purpose, but he does. He catches him. There he gets a grab. That could have worked. Okay. Now Shroomed goes Sheik, so okay, I'm gonna skip back to the start. That was really good. So s2j keeps missing attacks on purpose to try to escape when Shroomed jab resets. After he SDIs out, or he might have just been yeah, it was still SDI at this point, but after he SDIs out, s2j shields he shields Shroomed's immediate F tilt. If Shroomed had grabbed instead, then he would have caught him in shield, but obviously then he'd be losing to s2j just doing an immediate jump or whatever. I'm pretty sure in NTSC that at this spacing you can just like DI away and then wiggle out to get ledge, but instead he DIs up to side platform at a pretty low percent, so then should have like full hop or short hop up aired him, at which point maybe he could like double stick DI off. I'm not sure. Maybe. Just that s2j just messed up his ledge dash. He should have been able to get shield up in time before Shroomed F-tilted him. That was a sick edge cancel. In general, I saw in Shroomed versus, in s2j versus M2K, and in this set, I saw s2j was getting a lot of recovery. Obviously, Shroomed and M2K were just messing up a lot of the time, but he still got away with a lot of recovery options. That's interesting. So he did a short hop stomp off stage to hit Shrooms at B, and then he was able to still double jump to ledge before Shroomed was able to up B to it, and then he just did standard edge guard from there. So it doesn't look like s2j was really abusing frame advantage in this. So Shroom does a short hop, and then he does a falling aerial, and then does a jab upon landing. I'm wondering, perhaps s2j delayed his approach upon Shroomed landing, expecting so that his stomp would punish in Shroom's F tilt and lag. In this case, Shroom goes for a jab, which the stomp just like goes over. But yeah, you can't really actually touch a Sheik. I think s2j would have like been a lot more dominant if he went for like side B tech coverage. But yeah. Could have just kneed, but it was cool, I guess. I think that would have been a really good tomahawk grab just then, but it looked like not MTK, just s2j didn't do this on purpose, and I think he just flubbed his tag. I'm not sure. Unless he was baiting out the full hop, making Shroomed think that he was going to tomahawk grab, in which case that'd be like meta as fuck. s2j survived a lot by abusing AMS attacks in platform, tech, or no tech situations. And in general, whenever he landed on stage, he was, especially against M2K, he was AMS attacking a lot. So it looks like s2j is just going for a lot of stomps when Shroomed went with ledge intangibility. Not with new stock intangibility, I mean. With new stock invincibility, s2j often just stomps by ledge. I'm not sure why, maybe he's just like hoping Shroomed would mess up his ledge dash into it or whatever. Or maybe he's just using invincibility, so he's timing after the ledge dash would be vulnerable. I'm not sure. It's just something I'll play with either way. Should be doing full hop stomp or instant double jump stomp at that percent. Anyway, so that's the end of the set. Thanks for watching, I guess. See you next time.